Okay, so here I am trying to enjoy the internet for what it is, and I'm sitting in my chair questioning life right now because I'm reading this article, this stupid article that literally says, I mean, it may not seem like a big deal, but it literally says that, this school suspends a fourth grader, but apparently he poses no danger. This is something that's very critical. It's very serious, and I don't think these adults are taking it very seriously with this fourth grader that is doing something very stupid. And what I'm talking about right now is apparently this has something to do with, a death note that he has in his possession. And from what I'm reading right now, from what I can tell, this kid is, he doesn't understand, he doesn't fully understand, but I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he's doing it. I don't know why he's doing it. I mean, he's 10 years old, but still, you gotta really look at this in a big way. He shouldn't have a death note. How does his parents even allow him to have one? You know what? Let me just read this article. Michelle Killow, the mother of a 10-year-old girl who attends Graham Elementary School in Memphis, Tennessee, reported that a fellow fourth grade boy had put her daughter's name on a death list. Killow's research led her to discover the Death Note anime, and she noted similarities to the incident with her daughter. She said, "I was reading about the Death Note. They put you on a special notebook and then you die." Regarding the incident with her daughter, Killow said a boy that had been harassing her stopped in the hall and said, "You're on my death list." Like, this is some light Yagami stuff right here, guys. This is unacceptable. I don't know how many of these Death Note incidents I've seen so far, but, this is one of the ones that take the cake. Let me continue this article. Teachers at the school reportedly found the list in the boy's math notebook on Wednesday. Shelby County Schools is investigating the incident and reportedly told Kilo that the boy got the idea for the list from a television show. Now, this is completely absurd. Like, you can't say that this poses no threat. I mean, it does not pose any threat in reality. But now, like, you're looking at it at a different point of view. This is serious. You got to sit down with this kid. You need to tell him, what you need to tell him what's up. You need to tell him this is wrong, and you really need to chat with him for a couple hours because this is something very serious. Kilo said that the boy was suspended, but he returned to the school on Monday. The boy continues to harass the 10-year-old girl. According to the mother, Kilo said that she considered keeping her daughter home, but I get threatened with, "Keep her out or you'll be charged with truancy. I'm only trying to protect my daughter." This is absolutely absurd. Like, I can't even, there are no words to describe what is going on in this article. Shelby County School said that the boy has been disciplined for making threatening comments, and the organization believes that the student poses no imminent threat. Do these people even have the slightest clue how serious this is? I'm pretty sure this is not something to be, joking around with. They need to take this more seriously. They need to do something about this kid, and they seriously need to do it now. Like, honestly, if that was my kid, I'd be telling them straight, this has got to stop. And you know what? Poses no imminent threat, but still, you got to be talking to this kid for a couple hours. You need to tell his parents. They need to discipline this boy better, and he needs to understand the seriousness of, what he is doing. Now, to quickly wrap up this article, I'm just going to finish up here. There have been more than 10 incidents in the United States where school officials linked death notes to students being disciplined. A high school senior in Richmond, Virginia, was suspended in 2007 over a list of his classmates that the school principal linked to Death Note. A middle school student in Hartsville, South Carolina, was removed from school over a Death Note notebook in March of 2008. In Gadsden, Alabama, two sixth-grade students were arrested in the following month for a notebook that allegedly listed their school staff and fellow students in a manner similar to the Death Note anime. A middle school in Gig Harbor, Washington expelled one student and disciplined 3 others in May of 2008 for writing 50 names in their own death notebook. 2 elementary students of Oklahoma City were being disciplined in December 2009 for allegedly listing 2 other students and the manners of their fictional deaths in the death notebook. An 8th grade student was suspended indefinitely from a middle school in Owosso, Michigan, after a death notebook was found in March 2010. A 14-year-old 8th grade student from Pennsylvania's Avonsworth Middle School was suspended after a death note list was found on a school bus in May 2010. A 5th grade boy at Stewart Elementary School in Pittsburgh was suspended in February 2015 after he allegedly posted a death note in his elementary school in February. That same month, a male student at Shelby County's East Middle School in Kentucky was under investigation by school officials after death note list containing student and faculty names was found. A middle school in Griswold, Connecticut, investigated a 7th grade student after discovering he possessed a death note booklet. Last year, an Ohio school handed a student a 3-day in-school suspension after a teacher found a death list book containing the names of several other students. This is insane, you guys. Like, I don't know what's wrong with like half of these people, these kids. They really don't understand the seriousness of, you know, writing names in that kind of book. It's just, it's not human. It's really not, like, despite the fact that nothing really is going to happen, it's not right to be writing names in those books. I'm sure most of you know that by now, and I'm sure, no doubt, most of you have seen these articles, and they're just absolutely ridiculous. So I kind of get why these adults are saying that it poses no threat, but at the same time, it does pose a threat to the woman's daughter, and that really needs to be dealt with. This is very serious. This is very severe. And you know what? These adults need to talk to this kid. They need to send the kid to his parents. The parents need to take responsibility, sit this kid down and tell him, you know, talk to him about the facts of life and what is right and what is wrong. Because honestly, what this kid is doing, he is literally probably thinking right now that he is like some sort of god. He is Light Yagami or something like that. And he thinks he can probably create a new world by getting rid of this girl. That's probably what's going through his mind right now. Honestly, I'm surprised he's gotten this far. Where did he even get this death note is my question. I just want to know, like, where are these kids getting their death notes at such a young age? Did they ask their parents? Because if the parents were the ones that bought the death note for them, that would be stupid. It's like a kid walking into a store, you know, with his parents, and he's begging them to buy him Call of Duty. Like, that's basically the same type of deal. Or, you know, Grand Theft Auto or something like that. This kind of stuff needs to stop, and it's, you know, it's giving anime a bad name. People are going to be looking at this differently from a different point of view, and this is just not going to end well for anybody. These teachers honestly have a one-track mind. Get it done and get it out of the way. But this situation needs to be, you know, this needs to be clarified. This needs a solution. This needs to be dealt with, because you can't have these kids walking around with death notes. It's just unacceptable. Now, honestly, guys, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a death note, but if you're doing stuff like this is just honest to God, this is just stupid. This is very stupid, and this is something that needs to be addressed. This needs to be addressed with children. This needs to be addressed with their parents. This needs to be dealt with immediately, and it needs to stop. There are so many incidents with this death note that I've lost count already, and it needs to stop soon before it gets worse. Anyways, guys, I'm done for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you liked anything I had to say, leave it in the comments. I will leave a link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next anime update video. That's it, guys. Stay frosty.